Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. If you have been drawn to this particular video, this reading, this time around we'll be focusing on twin flame connections. So I grabbed a couple of my twin flame decks, focusing on the masculine and the feminine. We'll take a look at that energy, and then the middle deck will give us an overall vibe as to what's going on in the connection. And of course, we'll go ahead and clarify everything with tarot. If this is something that you're interested in, let's go ahead and dive into it. General advice as always, so only take the parts of it that resonate and release the rest. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what that energy looks like. Hi there, water signs. Let's grab some messages for you. So I'll be starting off with the Divine Masculine deck. And just FYI, the masculine and feminine decks, they have the exact messages in them. So we might even have synchronicities that come forward and you both are feeling the same way. You know, we'll see. We'll take a look and see what that vibe, that energy looks like. All right, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, representing the masculine. Look at this, seeking sound advice. This could be a masculine that is confiding in, you know, maybe a best friend, a confidant, a mentor, seeking advice about how to either fix things here between the two of you or how to approach the situation. Let's go ahead and see where the feminine is at here. Okay. Who knows? We might even have masculines that are tuned in watching tarot readings like this. All right, here we go. Let's see where the feminine is at. Divine Feminine, water signs. And my cards are sticking. There we go. Look at this. No one even comes close to you. All right, so this is the feminine coming through in this reading, basically letting the masculine know it's like, you know, no, we haven't been perfect. We've had our fair share of ups and downs, but I'm not interested in anyone else but you. And, you know, maybe you've both dated other people, you've connected with other individuals, but there's something very special about this particular bond. All right, so let's add a focus card here for the masculine and feminine. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What do we need to know here? Well, we've got manifestation, dream come true, 3D materialization. What I'm feeling first and foremost is when you guys first met, you really did feel like it, you know, you've been trying to find somebody like this that checks all the boxes, your ideal person, your ideal idea and image of, you know, this ideal person, and you found it, right? Or at least that's how you felt. It could have been a mutual feeling, you know, you both feeling like, wow, I manifested the ultimate perfect match. But I feel like grabbing another card here for this one, for water signs. Check it out. Second chances. Okay. So I'm feeling the vibe, the energy of two people, two twin flames who are at a distance from each other. You're not together at this point in time. And we clearly see on behalf of the feminine, divine feminine, you're not interested in anyone else. And, you know, maybe you've been thinking a lot about your masculine lately. I feel you're on the same page, wanting a reconciliation, you know, a happy reunion, rekindled love. So let's go ahead and clarify with tarot to see what needs to happen, what additional advice needs to come through for this one. All right, so angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Perhaps you guys are on the same wavelength, really wanting to manifest a second chance in the 3D. All right. Water signs. Can this actually happen? Look at this. So divine feminine, you're showing up as this beautiful Queen of Pentacles. I feel if you relate to this reading for your twin, wow, I mean, your heart is 100% occupied by your twin flame. You really are not interested in anybody else but your masculine twin. And I feel when you guys were together, you gave everything. You gave your all. You gave your full love, your heart, everything. So part of the issue with that is when we give our all, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but it has to be reciprocated just as much. So let me take a look at the rest of the cards, because if that wasn't happening equally, then that's where the equilibrium of the relationship is off balance. All right, so what else for water signs here? What do we need to know? Okay, so we've got the Temperance card representing the need for patience. That's representing Sagittarius. So maybe, guys, if your person is Sagittarius, this could be of significance. But I feel whatever it is you guys are hoping for, and we are seeing the desire to manifest a reunion here, this could be telling you that it could happen, but it's going to take time. It is an indication that you guys are on the same page, though, wanting that reconciliation. Okay. Love it. So we've got the Emperor representing the masculine. You're both showing up, feminine and masculine. And I love the progression of the cards because it is an indication that it's going to take a little bit of time for the two of you to come together. So it seems that there will be a positive outcome to this. We are also seeing the Hierophant. For some of you guys, maybe your twin is a Taurus. You could have Taurus in your chart as well. I feel they're coming through with full commitment. They have learned so many lessons apart from you, and knowing that there's just so much missing in their life without you. This makes sense for me as well. The Knight of Pentacles, it's a very slow energy, right? But there is progress. It's just slow. So that makes sense why patience is required in this particular scenario here. We also have the Ace of Cups. So in the meantime, you know, you're being directed to just focus on loving yourself, to be able to focus on filling that cup for you. It's a need to just recalibrate things in your own life. And, you know, perhaps where you might have put yourself last, it's time to put yourself first this time. And once you're fully healed in your heart space, that's what's going to allow the universe to be able to bring you guys another opportunity at love here. Yeah, so it did come to an end for a reason. We do see the Death card there. Some of you could also be thinking of a Scorpio. I'm ultimately feeling that when you decided to separate from your twin, was it very hurtful? Absolutely. You know, maybe you feel like just a part of you was missing when you guys went your separate ways, and your twin could have felt the exact same way. But this was a necessary separation because the Death card represents change. It represents something needed to change, something needed to transform in your relationship. You guys could not interact the same way that you were before. Something needed to happen to create movement forward, you know, and that's what's going to help bring you guys the opportunity to have a new beginning. We also have the masculine showing up as the King of Cups, and I love how we have the Fool coming through. So I'm ultimately getting that you guys are really on the same wavelength. I feel we have a masculine's heart coming through, fully open to loving you, Divine Feminine, wanting to offer you that cup. You know, I feel by the time this happens, we have a masculine who's worked very hard at filling their own cup for themselves as well, you know. Ooh, and I love this, guys. We've got the King of Pentacles also showing up. So look at this. We have divine counterparts representing itself here. A perfect match. So there is the opportunity to have a second chance here. And that's exactly what came through earlier. Reconciliation, rekindled love, a happy reunion. So it looks quite positive. And we've got the Three of Wands. You know, there's no need to focus on why you guys broke up to begin with. I mean, obviously the issues have to be addressed if it hasn't already been addressed. But I feel moving forward, there's, you know, this need to just focus on what the future can be rather than where you guys have been, you know, what the past represented. Now focusing on the healing and able to move forward and just really be happy with the direction that you guys are able to go. You know, so clearly the connection is still there. You're still thinking about each other. I feel you still care for and love each other. And the time apart was a necessary one, but the time together will also be so much better than how it was before. So just have some patience, guys. I feel this can happen possibly this year. You know, it might take a while, but it certainly is worth the wait. All right. So if you are interested in your own reading, that information is down below in the description box. I'll also link the decks down below. Thank you so much, and I will catch you in the next reading. Take care.